What do you think about Trump calling on the Fed to cut rates?
I would be seriously concerned if they bend to the knee. The Federal Reserve should remain independent and not be influenced by outside forces, and I do believe it's inappropriate for the president to be calling for the Fed to cut rates.
Well, it makes him look good.
Yeah, but he's a showman. What's going to happen? Because you have two options. One is that people do not lose faith in the government and the United States. Rates are lowered and money just comes in. The flip side to that is,
what's your latest, take on what's happening with the housing market? Is it shifting into a buyer's market? What do you expect over the next year or two?
Yeah, it really depends on the market. Prior to 2020, it's 10 properties or you're a loser.
Now you can be a loser without owning any properties.
You just still be a loser, owning 3 properties.
These are rich people problems. Is the housing market finally about to break? Could homeownership become a little more affordable within the next year? Or are things about to get worse for buyers? To help me answer that question, I'll be joined in the Tesla today for the 3rd time by my friend and foe in some regards, Stephan. We're going to talk everything: housing market, crypto, gold, and whether Graham is charging his wife per flush. It's all coming up in today's installment of Millionaires and Cars Getting Coffee. Graham, what's up, dude?
Yo!
Long time no talk.
I know. How's it going? Good.
We brought the heat to Tennessee.
I brought the heat.
You bring the thunder.
I brought thunder.
I bring the heat.
All right.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
You are now a record-breaking guest. You're a 3rd time on Millionaires and Cars Getting Coffee.
Oh,
no
wow.
guest has done
Really?
the three-peat.
Has it? No, it's been 2, I thought. No?
Well, you'd think. But time,
actually,
I think. I don't know. Roll the tape.
So I thought, because you're a frugal guy, you never spend money on coffee. And so I thought, let me treat the guy
Oh my gosh.
to some of the world's best coffee.
You know what?
Graham, welcome back to Millionaires and Cars Getting Coffee.
Thank you so much.
All right, what's new with you since we last talked? You got married.
Yeah, got married.
How's that going?
Great.
No
Love
regrets.
it. No regrets.
From her side either.
No, hopefully not.
Is it
That would
everything you
suck.
hoped and dreamed for?
Everything.
How is she settling into this new life of frugality and freedom?
She's used to it. There's nothing new.
No
I've
surprises.
not changed.
Let's talk housing market.
Sure.
What's your latest, take on what's happening with the housing market? Is it shifting into a buyer's market? What do you expect over the next year or two?
Yeah, it really depends on the market. You have places like Austin that are down 20-25% from the peak. You have places in Florida. Miami got hit pretty hard. But those areas also went up so much. So the hypey markets are becoming less hype, and every other market is still staying relatively expensive. So I don't know. When I look at buying right now, it's just very few opportunities make sense to me.
So you're telling people, hey, you should probably rent right now in most markets?
Yeah, like I look at the numbers. I know you don't like this with the whole credit card
I don't
aspect,
like
the mortgage aspect, but I look at the numbers and I say, okay, what makes the most sense right now financially? And when I look at the cost of buying versus renting, to me, it's just the cost seems to make the most sense renting. Unless you're planning to live there long term and you're planning to put down roots, or it's an emotional decision and you love the house and you don't care, that's fine. But when you're looking mathematically, it seems like renting is a superior option throughout most of the country right now.
You heard it here first. Maybe second. I don't know.
But it's funny, when I say that, people say, oh, it's the landlord that's telling people to rent. But when I was saying to buy, people said, oh, it's the real estate agent that's telling people to buy.
Sounds like we got a bunch of whiners
And it's
out
just,
there.
there's no winning. It's just like, I have zero financial interest in whatever people do. It doesn't matter
You're
to
just
me.
reporting the mathematical facts. You're the most
Exactly.
logical person I know.
I try to be. It's just whatever saves money. If I were to look at getting a place, I would probably be a renter, which I never thought I would
So
say.
if,
But
let's say you're debt-free with an emergency fund, you have a down payment, you're like, I'm still probably going to rent right now. Is that where you're at?
I look at the numbers. So I determine what is my cost of rent. How long am I going to be here for? If I'm planning to be in this house for 20 or 30 years, I'm probably going to buy. But if I say, well, I know I'm going to be here for 5 to 10 years, the cost of renting is this, the cost of owning is this, here's my opportunity cost of a down payment, here's what a premium I'm paying for. Basically, I'm stuck in this liquid asset and I can't really freely move. What's the cost of that? And I determine, okay, what's going to be cheaper? And then if they're about even, then I put a bit of a premium on the flexibility of just being able to up and move.
What
or
about,
not
you're
having
saying 20 to
repairs.
30 years. A lot of Gen Z millennials, they plan on moving Or maybe they don't plan on it, but it just happens. Very few people are going to stay planted for 30 years.
Yeah.
But I am concerned about the golden handcuffs of these low interest rates where people are going, it doesn't make sense to move. I have a 2.675 rate. Why would I ever move? So people who planned on this being their starter home, now it's their forever home.
But they don't want to give up that house. So it's a very weird market.
Yeah.
It's a weird one because if interest rates come back down, if interest rates get to about in the threes, anybody with a 2.8 says, okay, I'm fine giving this up. I don't mind. But you risk then reinvigorating the housing market and causing a brand new frenzy. So I don't know.
Which if there is a frenzy, don't you think prices would go up
They could.
with a lot of demand?
Very well could.
Yikes.
So,
okay, so you don't have a lot of high hopes.
I just don't, I don't see it. I just don't, it's hard for me to wrap my mind around it. Real estate's all I've done. And I've been such a huge proponent, but
But you haven't bought real estate lately.
Not since 2020. 2020 was the last time I bought real estate.
Wow. No plans in the future. Are you just done for now?
Yeah, so I look daily. I look in the market daily. I would say I will buy real estate if I find a deal that makes a ton of sense.
Because, Dave always says, real estate, the money is made on the deal, up front, not on the cash flow later on.
True. The money is made with the value that you add to a property. So if you want to make money in commercial real estate, you buy a place that's empty or that's been neglected, mismanaged, and you turn it around and you improve cash flow. Like that's the tried and true method. And then you sell it and you 1031 into another property where you can start the process over again. You add the value. You shouldn't be buying just for cash flow.
But then you see a TikTok that says you should have 10 properties by the time you're 30, or else you're a loser.
Yeah, well, you know what? That used to be the case prior to 2020. Is 10 properties or you're a loser.
Yeah.
But now it's changed. Now you could,
now you can be a loser without owning any property.
You just still be a loser owning 3 properties.
Yeah. I've seen the Grant Cardone clips.
One day they hate me, the next day they love me, and both days I get paid.
What do you think about Trump calling on the Fed to cut rates? Like he's kind of putting pressure here. Do you think it'll actually happen? Will they bend the knee and go, all right, fine, here's your rate cut?
I would be seriously concerned if they bend to the knee. I mean, I'm in the belief that the Federal Reserve should remain independent and not be influenced by outside forces. And I do believe it's inappropriate for the president to be calling for the Fed to cut rates.
Well, it makes him look good.
Yeah, but he's a showman. I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, he's an entertainer. He's a showman.
Some would say the greatest showman.
So come join the circus. You clearly have a flair for show business.
But he's good at getting attention, and he's good at getting people to talk about him constantly. And I get why he wants lower interest rates. I understand it. But, you have to have stability within the Federal Reserve and the U.S. economy. Otherwise, no one's going to take you seriously. So I get why he's doing it. I understand his motives, but the Fed's hopefully not going to bend to the knee. But in May of 2026, whoever he appoints, he's going to say, hey, I'll put you in charge of the Federal Reserve, but you better do what I say. And that's what we don't know. Are they going to just cut
Put
rates?
a yes man in that spot.
What's going to happen? Because you have 2 options. One is that people do not lose faith in the government and the United States. Rates are lowered and money just comes in. The flip side to that is people do lose faith and rates skyrocket because no one's buying U.S. treasuries anymore because they don't have conviction in the dollar.
So let's talk about that. The whole thing of fiat money and the U.S. dollar is going to crumble, so we should all go buy crypto and gold. What we've now seen is in times of fear in the economy, crypto and gold are up. They're up higher than the S&P 500 year to date.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on all of that? Should people be moving all of their assets to crypto and gold?
No, not all assets. For me, I think my allocation is about 15% to IBIT. It's the Bitcoin ETF. I would be concerned if that grows to more than 25, 30% at the most. But I'm also at a point where, hey, if that goes to 0, it's not going to change
You
anything,
still have a very strong cash position. How much of your total net worth portfolio is in cash right now?
20%.
Wow,
20-something
which is
percent.
sizable. That's still millions.
It is, but it's to a level where, yes, it could be optimized, but that's also my, whatever happens, I could pounce on an opportunity or it's there if needed. So, that is my sleep at night fund where, hey, if the market does drop 50%, I could swoop in. If a good deal comes up, I could swoop in. If for whatever is needed, I got it.
So how much gold do you own currently?
Oh, gosh. It's a very small percentage. I do own some gold, and I do own some silver.
Physical gold?
Physical.
Okay,
Like
you're
the
not, it's
old
not like
coin.
a gold ETF.
No.
You
I
like physical gold. It's in
I-
a safe. We're not going to share your address.
Yeah, I mean,
But you have it on your person.
not on me right now.
You do bars?
But
What
no.
kinda-
I like old, like, numismatic coins, like collectible coins, but I've been into coins for a long time. Like,
You're a coin man.
There's old, like, Indian...
What are your
$5
rare
Indian-
collectibles these days? Because you have some like Pokemon cards. You've got a lot going on.
None of those are real, like, those are fun to put on the wall, you know? But none of those are considered that valuable. You know? Like the uncut sheet that they're art pieces to me.
They're just things that you wouldn't really let go of.
If someone offered me, listen, everything is for sale at the right price, and I'll buy anything for the right price.
Like your Tesla Roadster, which you tried to pitch me on. I will not be sold.
At the right, here's the thing: at the right price, you would buy it.
The right price would have to be you taking a huge loss.
Okay, so there is a price, and there is a price that I would sell it. Anything.
Okay. You
offer
said
me
in
a
your
price for
YouTube
anything.
video, hey, make me an offer. You were like pitching it to the YouTube.
see, I'm
Has
hoping-
anyone made you an offer?
I got about 10 emails from that.
Wow.
But people were like, how much? Or no one made me an offer. Everyone's like, how much?
Oh, they want to know how
I
much.
just want an offer. Give me an offer on the car.
Yeah,
And
you
then,
don't-
and then I'll say yes or no.
Is that a
to it.
negotiation tactic? Is you don't want to be the first to put a number out
Yeah,
there?
because I don't know if I want to sell it. Like, let's just say hypothetically, I'm throwing out, let's say $100,000. And someone says, all right, Graham, here's the 100. I don't know if I'd sell it. But
Yeah.
if someone just like, hey, here's this, it's on the table, then I'm like, I'll weigh the options.
Okay. Make him an offer, people. He needs to offload that thing.
There is a price for everything that I
He's
would sell.
married now, so his wife is like, what are you doing with this toy sitting there just collecting dust?
Anything, I'll sell it for the right price.
I like it. All right, we're at Sonic.
Cool.
I thought you'd enjoy this very analog experience here.
All right.
What's your drink of choice?
I feel like I just get a coffee, right?
I see something with nerds in it.
I'm not, no way. Where's the calories on this thing?
Do you think people actually look at the calories and change their order based
I
on
always
that?
do. I always do. I look at the calories and I'm like, I could get that and save 300 calories. And when you equate 300 calories to 20 minutes on
So
the
you
treadmill.
look at this like finances. I can save calories. Like it
Yes.
feels good to save money, feels good to save calories.
100%.
So are you a zero sugar drink kind of guy then?
Yeah. If I can cut down sugar to 0, I would.
All right.
Except for sugars and fruits.
Well, I'm going to live a little. All right, let's increase this dad bod and get the old Pickle Rita slush. Oh my goodness, Jack Selby from Iced Coffee Hour?
Here you go.
Wow, nothing like hot coffee in 100 degrees.
Yeah, I meant to get iced, but I accidentally got the hot coffee.
Wait, Jack, could you go in there and just ask for an iced?
No.
What do you mean no?
No, they didn't pay me enough to do that.
You can share my Pickle Rita slush.
No, Jack, you just go in there and say, excuse me, I meant to
You
say
go
iced.
in there and say that.
You can go into Sonic? I thought that was illegal.
Right to jail, right away.
Can you actually go in there?
If you go in, aren't you just like in the kitchen?
paid?
I wanted
Who paid
hot
for
coffee.
it?
You want iced?
I want an iced.
Get this guy an iced coffee.
I'll-
I mean, you have a show called Iced Coffee Hour, not Hot
Yeah.
Coffee Hour.
Let me go get 2 cups of ice.
All right, there we
Get
go,
an
Jack,
extra
thanks.
straw too. We can do a little.
A few moments later.
God bless. Jack, welcome.
Thanks.
I can't believe you're working at a Sonic. Is Iced Coffee Hour not going well?
No, it's going well. I just like to do this on the weekends.
Just stay abreast.
Supplement my
side
income.
hustles.
It's a side quest.
Do you do the roller skates for the extra?
I do, yeah.
Money per
they
hour?
tip more. Yeah.
Honestly, you'd crush it.
It's a
down
tip
here.
economy, so.
I would not be shocked to see you in a Vegas Sonic for a publicity stunt.
Probably just looking for attention.
We'll get back to my conversation with Graham and Jack in just a second, but first, I want to tell you about my friends at Fairwinds Credit Union, one of the sponsors of today's episode. Listen, if you're using one of these big national banks that has their name on the side of a stadium, you don't need me to tell you that the level of customer service is a little sus, okay? But with Fairwinds, you're not just a faceless number on some profit and loss sheet. Not only will their team treat you with dignity and respect, they're also not going to push a bunch of debt products on you like credit cards and other things designed to screw you over. That's because they want to see you win with money. They're fans of Ramsey, fans of the Ramsey plan, and your bank is a big part of winning with money. So if you want to see the Fairwinds difference for yourself, go check them out. Fairwinds.org/Ramsey is the place to go. That's fairwinds.org/Ramsey, or click the link in the description below. And speaking of winning with money, it's hard to do that when you're constantly bombarded by clever scams designed to drain your wallet, which is becoming way too common these days. And it's why I use a service called Delete Me, which is another sponsor of today's video. Here's what they do. They scour scour the internet for these data broker websites that have your information, that are selling it to these spammers and scammers, and they remove it from hundreds of these websites to help keep you safe online. And they even send you customized reports every few months showing you exactly where they've removed your data and how much time they've saved you. And so far, they've removed me from hundreds of websites, saving me 100 hours of time. And for that, I am grateful. If you want them to do the same for you, go check them out. Go to joindeleteme.com/George for 20% off their annual plans, or click the link in the description below. All right, let's get back to the conversation. All right, Jack, now that you're here, let's talk shop. You okay with that?
Let's hear it.
Let's get into the headlines here. DoorDash partners with Klarna to offer U.S. customers even more convenience with flexible payments. What do you guys think about this partnership?
Are they a sponsor of you?
No.
You almost made it sound like that was a sponsor.
No. DoorDash
offers a flexible payment plan.
They wouldn't be
down below in the description.
The only way they'd be a sponsor is because I'm telling people to go drive for DoorDash, not use it for consumption.
Do I think that it's good that DoorDash and Klarna partnered together? I think, it's whatever. I'm more of like a free market proponent, so I think it's fine. I won't be using it, and I would, if I saw my friends using it, I would probably shun them publicly.
You would shun a friend.
Of course. How else are you supposed to make progress?
For putting a burrito on payments.
Yes. If you put a burrito on payments, then, are you listening to me when I'm talking?
Well, it's 0% unless you miss the payment. There's late fees, and it can trigger up to 30% interest. It's crazy, some of these companies. So it's no bueno. Okay, next one. Half of parents with adult children are giving them regular financial support, an average of nearly $1,500 a month.
That's a lot of money.
What are your thoughts on this?
I think it depends. Adult children, what range is that? Because I think it's different if you're 18 or 19. Or you're in college and
Let's
you're paying
say
for a
adult
college
children
degree,
are in their
like
20s.
Like 25 or
25,
21?
28.
Okay, I would say the cutoff should be about 24. Because I feel like throughout college, I get it if they're going to school. If they move back after college for a year or so, they're getting their bearings, they're, maybe trying to get a job, they're saving up a bit. I understand that. 25?
So you're giving them a year safety net. Beyond that, you got to move out?
No.
You just can't live with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until
I don't see
when?
an issue. I think it just depends on the person. Like if they're bumming around playing video games, I would kick them out so fast.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're doing something and they're working, they're saying like, hey, I'm able to save X amount by living at home and doing this, and and you get along with your parents and you enjoy. I don't see the issue. It's a very Americanized thing to kick out the kids at 18. But if they're lazy and they're not working and they're bumming around, they're hanging out with their buddies, drinking and smoking, then yes, gosh, cut them off.
Yeah, get out, Jack.
Get out,
Stop
Jack.
bumming off your parents.
When did you guys move out of your parents?
20?
It's 22, 21?
How about you?
If college counts, because I immediately after college, or during college, I guess, when I dropped out, I moved in with Graham. So I haven't lived with my parents since I was probably 20.
I would consider Graham a parental figure in your life, though.
I feel like I'm a little bit more of the parent in this
Is that true?
situation.
What does Graham have to say about that?
What do I have to say? I don't know. Are you? Yeah, you know what? Sometimes Jack will have a dessert in front of me and Jack will say, don't eat that. It's better.
That's
than
actually
Jack."
true. Yeah. He gives me, what do you call it? Not eminent domain, but he gives me executive control over his food.
Power of attorney.
Yeah, power of attorney.
If I get something and Jack's like, dude, don't get that. Like, what are you doing?
So
I'll
you would
listen.
consider him your accountability partner.
We both keep each other accountable. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to this headline. Americans believe they will need $1.26 million to retire comfortably. Is that a fair number?
I think it's a fair
Oversimplification. It's so context dependent. Where you live, what kind of a life you want. 1.26 is a great amount of money, though. I will say.
So people would say $1 million won't even get you far.
Depends if you have a paid off house, what your
Yeah, are
lifestyle
you living
is.
in San Francisco, or are you living, in Nashville?
That's still pretty high.
Nashville's getting
I
expensive,
contend that if
yeah.
you follow the Ramsey plan to a T, $1 million gets you very far.
I agree.
But if you're
that's a
high in the
million
hog,
invested,
you're
right?
in a lot of debt, you still got a big mortgage, it could be difficult to retire forever.
Yeah, it depends on if you're supporting 3 kids in private school, you have high medical expenses, a house that's not paid off.
If you want
Finance burritos.
a simple life, no luxury goods, then I would say, yeah, $1 million, $1.2 million is.
Do you guys have
good.
your number? What is your, I could retire comfortably, never work a day in my life, I could live off my nest egg if it was this number?
$4 million. for me.
All right, we got 4. We got 5. We got 5. We got 5. We got 5 and a
Probably
half.
10. Probably 10 is the
Wow,
amount.
he's over double your expenses.
What about you?
I could do it off 1.26, no problems. I live a pretty frugal life.
See,
my
but
dogs
here's
are
the
my
thing, I
biggest
could
line
do
item.
it. I could do it off 500 grand. I mean, I don't need much, but do I want to? Probably not. So
Yeah,
I'd rather have
comfortably.
more.
Is
yeah.
it luxury vacations all the time? Is it every membership and subscription known to man?
George, what are the things that you splurge on? Like luxury goods that you don't mind spending on?
It's really for my family and my dogs. There's nothing I would splurge on for myself.
What's the most
I think that-
expensive you've ever taken your wife? Like, most expensive date you've taken your wife on?
They're about
date?
to say your dog.
Probably like maybe $350 for like a nice high-end restaurant.
That's pretty good.
But here's the thing, I'm always disappointed. I've never had a $350 experience that I thought that was worth $350.
I
You know
actually
what I mean?
agree with you.
The service is a little lackluster. The steak was a little, and you kind of went for the hype of it. So I've had better meals at a $100 price point. So that's where I kind of get a little miffed at these pricey restaurants.
I generally agree with you. If you go to like very like expensive restaurants, usually the portions are a little smaller and it's hard to be super thrilled when you feel like the more you pay, the less you get.
Yeah. So the stuff I splurge on is really like our house. Like we both value an aesthetically pleasing home with great features and, the epoxy garage floor. That's the stuff where I'm like, okay, I'm willing to spend on that, but I'll still do the BOGO when we're out to eat.
What's the last financial disagreement you had with your wife?
Oh, God, probably house related on something that she wanted to do, like, furnishing the house with draperies and curtains. I'm like, I don't know why we need this. These are very expensive. So that's usually house related for us.
And who
but
gets does one person get the final say, or is it based on conviction?
Generally, we
Just
find a
higher.
compromise. Either we'll do it, but not all of it. Or we'll do it, but I'm going to find a better deal and get 3 different bids.
Is she usually the one that wants to spend more and you're usually a little more tight with your wallet?
It's weird. Sometimes it flip-flops. Sometimes I'm like, hey, we should do this. And she's like, it feels like a lot. But yeah, I don't know. We are currently at a car wash, by the way. So we are going to play a little game I call Car Wash Confessional.
Okay.
Where we, as we go through the car wash, we're going to do a lightning round questions where you guys confess answers.
Is this
to these-
you just like taking people through your daily chores and you're trying to like kill
Essentially.
2 birds with one
Yeah,
stone?
I got to go to the dry cleaner. So
You
we have a
get
whole segment
financial
around that.
advice, go through the drive-thru, get the car washed.
I'm
funny.
excited. This is the most amount of people that have ever been through a car wash
That's
at
funny.
once.
Just pick up the kids.
Just
from
3
school
dudes in the
and,
car
like, yeah.
wash. All right, I'm kind of nervous. All right. Well, you ever get nervous when they're trying to direct you? All right, here we go. I have a special mic for this. Are you ready to play Car Wash
Yeah.
Confessional?
Is car neutral?
I hope so. We're moving. All right, here's some hypotheticals as we go through the car wash. Would you rather have an 850 credit score forever or $500,000 in cash right now?
500,000 cash right now.
Wow, okay.
500,000 cash right now.
That just proves it. They hate credit scores and they know it's a sham too.
Yeah, if you said 50 grand, it would be different though.
Okay, the amount of money did it.
Oh,
for you.
I would
It's
take
getting
the 50
very
grand.
loud. It's getting very loud. All right, for Graham, would you rather lose your real estate license for a year or pay for Starbucks every morning for a year?
Lose my real estate license.
You'd rather lose your...
I don't have one anymore. I gave it up.
You gave it up for the YouTube lifestyle. Okay, that was an easy one for you. Would you rather have perfect timing in the stock market or in the real estate market?
Stock market. Stock market.
You wouldn't want a 2008 crisis and you're stacked with millions of dollars?
Nah, stocks. Yeah, perfect timing in stocks? Oh, that's way easier.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
way easier.
Less to manage.
That's a no-brainer.
Less hassle factor.
That was a no-brainer.
Okay, here we go. I can't read the question. Oh my gosh, I'm getting nervous. All right, would you rather have the jobs you have now or be a successful rock star?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Graham just had a flashback to his days as a drummer, didn't you?
How successful are we talking?
I'm talking you're filling arenas.
I'd fill arenas. I mean, if we're filling arenas, I would do that. Yeah.
Would you guys ever be in a band together?
Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah.
What would you play?
I would do piano or I'd sing.
Can you do both well?
No.
What can you still do?
Drums, piano. Drums or piano, that's it.
It's going to be a heavy piano band.
Probably
What
dueling
genre?
pianos.
What genre could you agree on?
I think like a Chili Peppers vibe.
Yeah, I would
you know?
do that. I would do that. Yeah.
That genre would still sell today?
I do. If it's good, if the music's good enough, it'll sell.
All right, last one. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
100 horse. Sized. Wait, what is it?
100 duck-sized horses.
Duck-sized horses. I do 100 duck-sized horses.
Okay, so tiny.
I'd rather the tiny ones. I feel
Tiny
like
horses.
I can have an
tiny
edge on
horses.
that, yeah.
I'm the same. Yeah. What about you?
I think visually it's way funnier to have the duck-sized horses. And I don't know that I could take a horse-sized duck. You know what I mean?
I don't think I could. That's huge. Like, that would do damage if it
But don't
one
you think
hit.
once they hit your ankles and there's 100 of them, you're done?
Just kick them.
Either way, I'm a dead man.
kick
I'm
him.
not gonna have the confidence to fight them
Jump,
off.
you can stomp, you can do a lot. You know, one flamethrower.
Oh, now we have flame. I didn't know we had weapons. That changes the game. I thought it was just hand-to-hand combat.
One hand grenade.
All right, I don't know why I'm still
good.
holding this mic. We are long done with this car wash. That was a pretty good experience.
That's great.
Good car wash. I feel clean already. All right, can we talk latest financial regrets?
Yeah.
You guys want to confess any of that? What have you done, Jack? It sounds like Jack has taken the brunt of the regret lately.
So I had been increasing my income over the past couple of years, but I kept the same investing rate. And so my
Percentage-wise.
no, it was never percentage. It was just
Dollar
a fixed
amount.
amount per
Dollar amount,
month.
okay.
And so I was making more, investing the same, and then my savings ended up building up to too much cash. And so then I just like dumped it all into the market, and that was in January.
At the peak,
Oh.
the
At the
day.
peak, yeah,
It was
my
actually
average-
the very hour. Was
Yeah.
the
Okay.
peak of the market before
Like
tariffs.
my average cost was the peak of the
So
market.
you've so far lost money?
No, it's gone up since
Okay.
then. But I was down like, I don't want to say the amount.
Temporarily.
But like a stupid
Millions
amount.
of dollars.
No, it wasn't millions.
But the market's come back. I mean, they don't call you paper hand Selby.
Exactly. Well,
You know?
Yeah.
Do they?
I
don't know what they call
They
them
used
in
to call me
private.
paper
It's
hands.
been a long time since they called them that.
Okay, that's a good regret. So you put all your money in the market and got a little spooked.
Yeah, I lost.
But it's come back.
But it would.
You
the
didn't
gains,
lose because you never sold.
Sure, the gains would have been a lot higher though had I just bought like a normal person.
Had you waited.
Had I waited,
or
like-
had you bought like a normal.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think anything about you screams normal person.
Oh, that's so sweet of you, George.
Yeah, I mean that in a kind way. All right, any regrets for you?
Man, I just recently covered them. I'm trying to think of anything else
That was
I
a good
didn't.
video. You
Thank
shared
you.
about
Sure.
losing money on your Tesla Roadster, losing money on single stocks. You got out of
Yeah.
single stocks completely a few years back. Very
Yeah.
proud of you. That's a very mature
I was
moment.
worried about posting that video, to be honest with you, just because I didn't want people to think that I'm some idiot. And I was
no
like,
one thinks you're
but-
an idiot. Well,
but,
people
like,
do think you're an idiot,
yeah,
but I don't think the YouTube audience are the ones you're concerned
Yeah,
about.
but yeah, it's just, you know, in a big picture, that makes up just a percentage that was not meant to be something that, you know, I put a lot of weight on, but still it sucks to, all of those could have been easily avoided.
Okay.
Sticking with index
You
funds
were
and not
telling
being
me that
dumb.
you wanted to buy a bunch of Robinhood stock and you missed the boat on that. And you were also telling me something about Bitcoin when it took that dip and you're like, I know it's going to recover. And you didn't buy it and then it went back up.
When was this?
Like within the past month for both.
I don't remember the Bitcoin bit. I remember when Bitcoin hit like 80, 70. I wanted to go heavier, but I stuck with my DCA into the
Do you
iBit
think
fund.
Bitcoin's just going to keep going up?
We're either going to look like massive idiots or geniuses. Like, I think there's a higher likelihood of it hitting 1 million than it is 0. So between the two, I see an
But you could
asymmetric
say that about
upside.
the stock market. What are you guys stressed about money right now? Like, what are you not, chaotic, not crippling anxiety, but just sort of what's mulling on your mind? when it comes to
I'm
money?
debating selling a house in LA that is just, I don't know. I'm truly 50-50.
Is it rented out right now?
Yes, it's about to be empty. And I'm debating, do I sell it or do I rent it? And the cash on cash return is good for the area, but bad compared to like what I could use that money for in Vegas. But it's in a good part of LA. Maybe it just keeps going up in price, but I'm also like, would I buy it today? I don't know.
How much more do you have in LA?
What do you mean, how much
How
more?
many other properties?
Four other properties in LA. But this is the nicest one, the one that would rent for the biggest dollar amount in the best location. So this one is worth many of the others.
So you're worried you'll regret it if you sell it.
And I'm going back and forth. Some days I'm 100% convinced I'm going to sell. Other days I think about it, I'm like, I would rather just
Worst case, you're a bajillionaire and it doesn't matter. So it's fine.
It's probably not going to matter. I'm stressing myself out for nothing.
Okay.
But I tussle with the idea because I also got a 2.8% mortgage on that.
These are rich people problems. You know, that's where you want to be in life. You're not stressed about covering the bills.
No.
You're like, should I offload one of my many properties? I like that. How about you, Jack?
I'm in contract right now on my first ever short-term rental.
Whoa.
And so I'm excited to try that out, but I'm nervous because it's something new.
So you bought a property for the specific purpose of an Airbnb situation?
Yeah. So I think it'll be really interesting to give that a shot. I've been speaking with a lot of like leading experts kind of in the short-term rental field, and
like the gurus who sell the courses? Is that what you mean by leading experts?
I don't know if they sell the courses. They've just kind of been guiding me for free, fortunately.
Okay, that's
but
nice
I
of
think
them.
that it could be a good move for me because I do know I want to get into real estate eventually. And right now, a short-term rental seems like the only real way you could buy something in cash flow if you're putting 20%.
Doesn't it feel like
30%.
Airbnb is kind of like on the decline versus let's get into this?
This one has other purposes besides Airbnb.
Yeah, there's also
lot
a
of
little casita
revenues
in the
there.
back where we can move the podcast in. So there's dual purpose.
A
But
casita?
Yeah, a little extra like ADU
Space.
sort of thing, a space in the back.
Is that a Spanish word?
Yeah.
It sounds like it is.
I've never
It
heard
is.
of this. A
Casita's
casita.
what they.
You've never heard of casita?
No, is this a Vegas thing?
Yes. Yeah. in
No, it's
Cal-
not Vegas. It's a.
I've never heard
Vegas
of the
are
word
West Coast.
casita in Tennessee.
No, they don't call them casitas in California. They call them like guest
Really?
house or bonus. Yeah.
A guest house.
Guest
Okay.
house. Yeah.
All right. That makes more sense.
So we're upgrading the iced coffee hour. It'll look great.
But
And
it's a
then-
little stressful right now as you
It's a
kind
little
of go
stressful,
through this
sure.
process.
It's me, putting my feet into new waters, but I'm excited, and I think, it's the only real way I feel like you could cash flow for the most part if you're not buying in cash,
Yeah. Okay. What is your next financial goal? You got any this year?
Are you talking to me or Graham?
Both.
I don't have
Who's
any,
got one?
I don't have any financial goals.
You're
I'm
done. Are you
I'm
done with
just
goals?
month-
You're over it.
No.
Did getting
mean-
married change any of that for you?
What?
Like your level of just, I gotta get to the is just like, hey, let's enjoy our
Marriage
life?
has nothing to do with that. It was really just over time. I've eased off the gas a little
Okay.
bit. But it's a little every year. No, the only thing I really want to do now is just travel a little more. That's it. Just
Yeah.
take a little more time to travel because I think once you have kids, it makes it very difficult to like go around the world spontaneously. So I want to take some
Is
more
that
time now.
in the future plans?
Yeah, I would love to.
Which will then just slow down your life in a way because you're not gonna do as much.
Correct.
Where's the latest place you traveled to that you would recommend?
We just came back from Carmel and we drove up the coast.
Where is
And
that?
it was California.
Oh,
Just
I was
below
gonna say, I was like, that's
beautiful.
not international. Okay, I thought
No,
you
no,
were
that's not. No. And then we're doing Japan later in the year.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah. So
How about you, Jack? Any financial goals? I mean, obviously
The house, yeah, that would be one of them. To close on that, I think that would be cool because I'll have more exposure to the real estate market in Vegas. But I would say aside from that, it's really just kind of trivial, like number-oriented or number-related goals with my own personal finances. But realistically, it doesn't matter so much to me if I achieve those because it's not going to materially affect my life. I already live very cheaply. I just like hanging out with my friends, hanging out with Graham, playing pickleball. And so if I make more money or make less money, it's hopefully not going to affect my life realistically that drastically.
Okay, so really not looking to spend a lot more, not looking to invest a lot more. It's just sort of like maintain.
Maintain. Yeah, I would say so. How about you?
Yeah, I'm in a. Now that we got into our house, I'm good to just chill for a while. We got another baby's on the way. There's a lot going on to where I'm just like, let's survive and thrive and spend the money where it matters to trade our time and energy to other people who can do things for us.
Are you going to do the Trump child $1,000 investment Trump account?
I'll take the free $1,000, but other than that, it's not impressive enough to me. So I'm going to do a 529 and a taxable brokerage for the kids. So have college savings and then other savings we can use for them for cars or a house down payment down the road. Coachella, so they don't have to go and buy now, pay later.
Or they could buy Jack's course.
They could.
You have a course?
Not yet, no. But if people are interested, I could probably whip something up.
Well, here's what the people really want: the update on Jack's dating life.
Still single,
Ready to mingle or intentionally single?
I would say mostly intentionally single, yes, but...
So you don't want people to comment below if they're interested?
People can comment below if they're interested. They can,
Because he's an off-market property over here as a married man now. So it's
what
just
do you
down
think,
to you.
George? Do you think it's a good idea for me to...
I just feel like it's time, dude. You know?
You think so?
Yeah.
You're telling me an independent woman would be the way to go.
Well, because you were saying, you're like, I don't need someone emotionally needy or codependent. Like, I have my life. It's very busy. It's very, you have a very full life already. And so, like, I can't handle more on top of that. And so I was like, you need someone else who also has a full life. You don't need each other, quote unquote, but you make each other better.
I've never
You need, like,
considered
your,
that.
like, Layla Hermosi. You know what I mean?
Do you know one?
No. If I did, I'd be,
What would you be? What would you be, George?
Whoa.
What would you be?
I think you need to compromise here, you know?
Why do I compromise?
In a relationship, there's got to be some give and take, and so far all you want is the take part.
Well, that's why I'm not in a relationship.
You gotcha.
You need therapy.
You gotcha.
No,
on that one.
okay.
Well, guys, this was a lot of fun. Appreciate you jumping in. Thank you for blessing us at Sonic.
Thank you
making
for
me drink this.
Yeah, why'd you drink so much of it?
Yeah,
I'm
that's wrong.
thirsty. It's 100 degrees outside. You guys are drinking hot coffee.
That's not how you quench thirst. That's just inefficient.
I will say pickle juice actually has a lot of electrolytes.
That's
Where'd
not
you
pickle
learn
juice.
that?
It's sugar and pickle flavor.
Well, it's sugar and water and pickle juice.
Fake dye to make it look like neon.
We're making a scene here. We got Ramsey fans walking out going, what are they doing? Will you give a shout out and ask the people to like and subscribe? You're so good at it.
Yeah. If you've made it to this point in the video and you haven't subscribed already, you have to go and subscribe. It's free. We're doing this. We're all the way out here. All you need to do is just hit a button. It would mean the world to George. Really appreciates it. And Jack, for every like on this video, Jack said he'll do a push-up.
Is that true?
Yeah.
All right. Even if it gets 1,000 likes?
Yeah, I'll do it.
In one sitting?
No. I'll just do 1,000.
But you'll film it and send it to me, and I'll air it as a whole
Sure.
other episode.
I'll do it.
No, put it. Yeah. I would actually
put it
have
at
to
the
be,
end. Think about that for a second.
No, yeah. Put it at the end of this episode. That doesn't.
We'll
make
work with the
sense.
YouTube strategist.
So
on
when
that.
you subscribe, you'll be able to see on the upcoming episodes Jack doing the equivalent amount of push-ups.
All right. I'm in, guys. Thank you so much.
Cool.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
coming
George.
by.
Thanks, guys, for watching.
Thanks.
So genuine.
Till next time.
Love these guys. Big thanks to Graham and Jack for hopping in with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, you're going to love the Millionaires in Cars Getting Coffee we did with my good friend, Dr. John Deloney. Click here to watch it next or use the link in the description. And don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another episode. We'll see you next time.